Okay, it was good. Gosh, that was good. Okay, next one now. I want She Is Empowered to leave a print. Bleh, why I couldn't speak. Can I say subscribe? When I overthink, hey girls, and welcome to my first ever YouTube. Yes, she's finally on YouTube. Grab a coffee, grab a cuppa or a monster, whatever your go-to is, because this one's going to be a long one. In this video, I'm going to talk more about me, what I've done, what I've achieved, what I'm currently doing, and also my journey from competitive bodybuilder to hybrid athlete. My boyfriend Fraser is currently behind the camera, who's going to ask me a load of questions. Let's hope he gets the best angles. So let's go. My first memory of training was I was 17 and I started training with my mum. And it was when cardio was a thing. It was skinny was in and all I was doing was cardio. I remember I lived on the cross trainer. After I went through the whole cardio phase, I transitioned into bodybuilding at 19. And I remember going to a gym in Cardiff. I met this girl there who was a few years older than me, and she was actually competing at the time. And I'd never heard of really much about bodybuilding or competing, and I just remember looking at her thinking, oh my god, I want to look like you. Who is she? What does she do? What is competing? What is bodybuilding? And I remember going home that evening and I was googling bikini competitors, googling what competing was. I didn't have a clue, and that's how I entered into the world of bodybuilding, and that's how my journey of competing started. So training changed massively. I was introduced to weight training, of course. Going from cardio to weight training was quite scary, but I fell in love with it. Fell in love with weight training, fell in love with how strong I was feeling and also seeing my body change. And then at the age of 20, I hired a coach who prepped me for my first ever show. And at this point, competing wasn't a big thing, so there wasn't a lot of females doing it, especially bikini. Fell in love with it, fell in love with the training, fell in love with how my body was looking, how strong I was feeling, and also getting ready for a show. My first show at 20, and it was a regional, so I qualified for the British. So it was a couple of months after that I ended up doing another show, and it just rolled into 3 years of competing, of doing regionals and British final. When I first started competing, came in the top 3. I never came first. Obviously still an achievement to come in the top 3, but I would never place first. And I realized that it was because I did not have enough muscle. I started strength training, and then a couple of months later did my first show. I just didn't have enough muscle, so took the time out to build. And then at 29 I came back again. I feel like it was a bit of my comeback. And then 2022 was my best year yet. I placed and came first in every single show I did. I had enough muscle. I gave myself the years to train and build that muscle, and then I came first in every show.
When did you decide that you wanted to hang up the bikini and do something different?
We haven't hung up the bikini yet. I've still got the shoes in the back of my car.
What made you want to do a high?
It was the challenge. Like, you know me, I need a challenge. I can't not work towards something. I need a goal. I need something to work towards. Otherwise, like, my brain will not work. So I knew competing wasn't for me right now. Never say never. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it again. But right now, it's just not for me. It's that person a year ago that said I would never, ever do a HYROX. You would not catch me running around any stadium. And 2026 hit, and I thought, do you know what? Let's give it a go. I really want the challenge. I started running, really enjoyed running. Got into HYROX style training and really enjoyed that. I just enjoyed the mental side of it. So HYROX was just the next thing for me. HYROX was horrific. It was the worst 1 hour and 20 minutes of my life. I've never wanted anything to end so quick in my life, but I'm going to do another one because that's me. I want to beat my time. I know I can do better. I had a lot of things going on at the same time. I was doing the HYROX and getting ready for the HYROX. I was ill the same week as well. So I know I can do better. So we are planning on doing another one, hopefully December. Hobbies outside of the gym. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you wouldn't know that what my biggest hobby is dancing. Used to dance as a teenager, then I stopped for a couple of years, and this was definitely a confidence thing. I was always the person that would stand at the back of the class because I was too scared to stand at the front, and there was many opportunities I missed out on. So when I found out there was a class near me, a heels dancing class, it was a no-brainer at the start. It was something I wanted to get back into, and I absolutely love it. I've gained so much more confidence from it, and I am now that person who stands at the front of the class. You will not catch me at the back of the class. I started PTing in 2020, and my favorite part of PTing was interacting with people, meeting new people, and also teaching clients how to perform exercises. Time when I started PTing, I was working full-time in finance, and I would PT on the side. So that was getting my foot in the door with PTing and then slowly into coaching. I'm currently at now, I run an online coaching business. I'm the founder of She Is Empowered, and I help women build muscle, drop body fat, and most importantly, build that confidence. Typical day in my life. So Monday is one of my busiest days for check-ins. So mornings are usually when I do my check-ins. Then I would go train in the afternoon. Mondays, I usually do my food shop as well. So do a full shop on a Monday. I normally do any form feedback I need to catch up on a Monday as well. So do my form feedback for the girls that needs to be done. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I do on a Monday. What frustrates me most about the fitness industry? Right now, I know the skinny trend is back in, and that's definitely something that frustrates me because I remember when it was in when I was 19 and I followed it. Going through that era of this chasing skinny, it was a horrible phase to be in. I hate, looking back now, I hated it. The amount of cardio I was doing, hardly eating, I had no energy, I was miserable. Like, it's not something I ever want to go through again, and I would never want anyone or any of my clients to go through it. Clients thank me for pushing them out their comfort zone. Whenever a client starts with me, the main thing I say to them is, I am going to push you to do some hard shit, and I stand by that, and I mean that. Every time a client does something that they feel scared to do, they find very hard, but they've achieved this, I always get the same response. Thank you so much for pushing me. And that's what I'm here for. Type of client I love working with is somebody who gets shit done. Gets shit done, listens to everything I say, takes everything on board, and then goes and executes that. Biggest achievement for my coaching business is I've just done my first ever photo shoot, and it was the best experience. I remember 2 years ago actually having a conversation with my friends saying that this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it. And then 2 years later, I achieved it, and it was such an amazing experience, and I cannot wait for the next one. The impact I want She Is Empowered to have is that you work with me and you join my team, you will eventually leave my team being that confident woman that you deserve to be. Like, that's what I stand for. You will go on in life without me, but you would have learned all the tools to be that confident woman you deserve to be. Future plans for She Is Empowered are definitely another team photo shoot that is in the pipeline, because I know the girls want to do that again. I've got a couple more single shoots that are booked in for the girls, and the most important one is just growing the team. I want to put a lot more of my life, general lifestyle vlogs, maybe take you along a food shop, show you what foods I eat, a day in the life when I'm spending it with my boyfriend, with my friends, just so you can get to know me a bit more and what I'm about. Hopefully you've got to understand who I am, what I stand for, a bit about my coaching brand as well. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more.